나와도 이상하지 않고 그게 또 경기로 보여지고 하니까 그래서 되게 어려운 거. 저도 되게 원래는 픽 공부를 언제 어디서 뽑아야 되는지 뭘 뽑아야 되는지를 탑 정글이 완성되거나
좀 한타나 한타 직전에 궁극기나 상대의 핵심을 약간 피커팅이라고 해야 될까? 흑점을 줘서 보는 게 맞다고 생각하는데 그거 감안해도 굳이 따지자면 저희는 중후반에 한타나
All right, everyone, welcome back in for game 3 of DMV Rivals. We got a good one here between the mid laners Derive and Hop Tech, gearing up for this match between Big Rat and I forget the other team name. It's not Jason 5.
I think it's I want to say it's Wangoons.
Oh yeah, Wangoons. So yeah, we got Wangoons versus Big Rat here for our third game of the day.
Yeah, a matchup that's just been hyped up for it feels like forever. I mean, a classic matchup between Derive and Hoptech. We caught Hoptech saying before the tournament that he was closer to Showmaker than Derive was to him. Meanwhile, Derive said that he was going to show Hoptech what it's like to have the Tony Snell scoreline. So we'll see who's right as this matchup comes to play out.
Yeah, it looks like we should be getting into draft for these guys pretty soon. Wangoons named their team something different in the draft client. No need to worry about anything there. But yeah, it should be a fun one between these teams. Of course, on the side of the Big Rat, we got Starry, we got Sightless, Hoptech, Panma Jr., and Cridians. And then on the side of the Wangoons, we've got Hack Source, we've got Derive, we've got Camper on duty, we got Catwick Gun, and Nore.
I mean, what should be a pretty good matchup. Obviously, we already talked about Derive versus Hoptech, but some other really good players on both of these teams. I think Starry and Hacksaws, some of our best top laners in the tournament. Camper on Duty, Cridians, Pinma Jr., and Nore, all players that have shown up in past tournaments and show that they can be some of the best. And of course, you can't forget about the Wangoon himself. Did pick this team to his design. We'll see. Looks like they have a lot of junglers on the team, but I'm sure that they'll be able to make that work out. Meanwhile, Uta, I think, unless this is a name that I don't recognize.
It is Sightless.
Oh, okay, Uta's Sightless. So, yeah, Sightless, Uta still a player with tenure in these DMV tournaments, and should be quite exciting as we already have bans coming through. The Gwen, the Azir, and the Lucian banned out from the Wangoons. Meanwhile, Big Rat looking towards that Viego ban, that Corki ban, and that Skrunner ban, banning some of the better champions. And the first pick is Tristana for the Wangoons.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't understand the Azir ban. That champion, pretty poor right now of all the mid laners, but we know Hoptech's got a soft spot for him, pretty proficient on him, so Wangoon's not going to let that fall into his hand. Instead, we're going to see a trade of Marksman. Of course, that Tristana could be in the mid lane to try to exert some pressure there.
Yeah, but Jinx, a great pickup for Big Rat. Jinx, one of the best champions in the game after the recent crit changes, has found great effect with some of these new items, like the Yuntal Wild Arrows and the newly buffed Infinity Edge, and very, very menacing, as it will be the Nidalee coming out for Wanjun.
I believe that is just... Nope, it is going to be locked in. So a very interesting jungle pick for the Wangoons. They're going to try to see if they can snowball. I think we'll see if we get something like a Renekton, maybe to team up with it. Get that point and click CC for the spear. And yeah, that's exactly what Wangoons have in mind. Looks like some 80s Soul Laters and the Nidalee prowling through the jungle.
Yeah, but this does open up the opportunity for Big Rat to come up with some of these counter picks. I mean, Renekton, champion that can struggle into AP champions like the Gragas after his nerfs last season. And Nidalee, I mean, a very powerful champion right here, but he does have some bad matchups in the jungle. A lot of teams liking to turn to champions like the Lee Sin. So we'll see what the reply is from Big Rat.
Yeah, I mean, the Gragas Renekton, it's been a matchup that people have liked quite a bit. Gragas can just kind of hang in there, heal up, not do too poorly, and then contribute later on. But like you said, with those nerfs to his kind of lane sustain, it has gotten a bit rougher up there for the Rabble Rouser. I mean, if Big Rat really wants to, they can flex him over to jungle. He might just end up getting lapped by Nidalee, but that is an option.
Yeah, the Talia ban coming out, I think a pretty good choice here. A lot of champions that can kind of get stonewalled by Talia on the side of the Wangoons. Yep. And Ashe, I think a pretty textbook ban, one of the best ADCs in the game right now. And Kog'Maw, looks like they're really trying to pinch this AD carry pool from Wangoons.
Swain, definitely not a champion we see too much in. Actually, we're going to get Diana. Could be a mid laner, could be a jungler here for Big Rat. Just someone who's going to dive in and try to pop those carries.
Do you know Hoptech to be a Diana player? I feel like that's most likely a jungler, but they're trying to save this last pick for Hoptech. But interestingly, if Hoptech does go for an AP champion here, it's going to be a very AP-sided top side. So I would expect to see something like a Pantheon come out from Hoptech here.
Yeah, I think Pantheon is something that's definitely in his wheelhouse. Meanwhile, inside of Wangoons is going to be double marksman here with the Sivir, and Braum, someone who is more than happy to supply some good CC and protection for those marksmen. Would not be a bad pick. We'll see what Wangoons end up deciding on there in the bot lane, but it does feel like they're going to be a team that focuses a lot around the top lane, wants to get this Nidalee Renekton snowballing, just has a Sivir, an immediate Yasuo pick from Big Rat. They are looking to go in, they're looking to be explosive, and it is going to be, hopefully, a fun time.
Yeah, I've seen this pick come out on countless occasions from Hoptech. We'll see if he's able to use this to his advantage. Meanwhile, I think after that pick, a lot of pretty good lanes for Big Rat here. I mean, like we talked about, the Gragas, pretty solid into the Renekton. Jinx, one of the most powerful champions of the game, does have a bit of a rage advantage over the Sivir, despite the fact that they're mostly going to be looking to scale down there. And I think Diana should be pretty happy into the Nidalee in this matchup. So I think Big Rat is going to be pretty happy with their matchups, but you cannot argue with the pure power of some of these picks on Wangoons. I mean, Renekton Nidalee, like you said, a classic combo, and one that they could definitely look to use to push forward into this game.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting spot to see how that top side goes. I'm a bit concerned about how this Yasuo is going to go. You know, it feels like Doran Shield, Second Wind, Fleet, all this stuff is just so great for getting these melees through laning phase. We'll see if it'll be good enough into someone like Tristana that can be a bit more aggressive, that can look for all-in trades with the rocket jump, with the explosive charge. Just try to take over from the get-go. So if you had to put a stake in the ground for any of these teams through draft, which would it be?
I think I got to go with Big Rat on this one. I like the Wombo combo in the team fights. I like the solidity of having a champion like Jinx in the bot lane that we know is so powerful. I have a lot of confidence in this Thresh pick. I believe that's from Panma Jr. Definitely a good player on that champion. I think Big Rat has what it takes to make this composition work. But don't let that take anything away from the Wangoons, because Nidalee Renekton, as we've said over and over again, incredibly strong. And two marksmen there to bring damage from the back court could easily take over this game.
Yeah, I mean, something I'm a bit concerned about for the Wangoons is going to be the range early on, right? You do have Nidalee Spears. Tristana needs some time to get that range in her kit, and Sivir going to need to get pretty close to auto through. Could be a field day for the Jinx if she gets hit, but there are a ton of melees to hit as well.
You know, on the other side, I mean, Thresh, Gragas, and Diana are all these kinds of champions that can be pretty tanky, right? Like, they will build some health, they'll build some resistances, but if they fall behind, the tank stats just don't really come through, and their front line is looking pretty vulnerable, especially against some of these champions like Renekton, Nidalee, Tristana that can just destroy people in the blink of an eye. So if they do start to fall behind, you might definitely look towards the Wangoons as a team comp that can take advantage of maybe mispositions and really get an advantage in the game.
Yeah. Should certainly be an interesting one. We had the highlighted matchup of the mid lane, and Hoptech, I haven't seen a lot of Yasuo from him. I'd honestly be less surprised if it was Gragas mid than Yasuo mid, because I have not seen a lot of that champion from him. And it'll be interesting to see how he performs on the... I almost said Steel Samurai, but I don't think that's his name. It's like the Exile.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it will be the Yasuo top, though, because that matchup is just so good for the Gragas. And Yasuo into Renekton's kind of rough, but should still be a pretty exciting game. Will take a little bit longer to get in. We do have to wait for the champ select in client and the 3-minute delay, but we will catch up as soon as we can and get into the game. But yeah, I mean, I said that I was in favor of this team Big Rat, but let's say that your money was on the line. Who are you going for this game?
I kind of like what Wangoons have cooked up here. You know, Nidalee, she's gotten a lot of buffs to the healing and the E of her human form, so it's kind of nice to have that with the 2 marksman composition. I think Sivir can definitely have an all-right time here. We'll see through how many layers Big Rat try to engage on her, but when people are diving in onto Sivir, she can stand and fight pretty well with all those boomerangs, all those crits. And same goes for Tristana, so I feel like, I don't know, I would have liked the Braum a bit more. They didn't know that it was going to be a Yasuo comp coming through from Big Rat, but I think the Braum would have been much better at trying to peel all these melees away, keep the Tristana Sivir alive, but even then, I think those marksmen can definitely get to work. And we'll see if Hacksource can get going on Renekton. I think they have a point of power to play around early, whereas Big Rat are just kind of waiting, biding their time to explode into those 5v5 fights.
Yeah, and there's definitely going to be a lot of pressure on champions like the Gragas and the Thresh from Big Rat, because they're going to have to find these engages. Like if they can't find these engages onto this Nautilus and Renekton team, they're just going to get rolled over. So, you know, Gragas definitely a champion that's going to be looking for a lot of flank angles, and if he's able to get his Yasuo set up, they could easily take over the game.
Yep. Overall, we are looking to be in for an interesting game number 3 here. Not sure how these teams are doing thus far.
So I think, unfortunately, both of these teams did drop their first game. Both of them did have a bye, so they're sitting at 1-1 in the standings. It's kind of an asterisk on that 1-1. So we'll have to see if they can take advantage of this opportunity to get their first win on the board and look to be one of the top seeds in their group going into the later part of the bracket stage, or of the group stage.
Yep. As a reminder, there are 5 teams to a group. If you are either of the bottom 2 seeds, you are done. You leave. You get nothing. Good day, sir. As you will not be in the elimination stage bracket. So both these teams definitely don't want to start off with essentially an 0-2 if they can't get it done here in this game.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess just let's look at this feature matchup one more time between Hoptech and Derive. Derive picking that Tristana, and Hoptech going for the Yasuo. I can already tell you right now, I know what Shiv is doing. He's going straight to that Lolalytics website, looking at the Bible of League of Legends, trying to figure out who is going to come out on top of that matchup. So we'll see what he has to say for us.
I guess they're saying it's pretty favored for Yasuo at 54. I did not quite expect that. Thought it'd be a bit more even, more about team comp, but looks like Yasuo does have a slight edge, at least by win rate.
Yeah, I mean, I think Yasuo also just a pretty good champion right now. You know, out of the gates, especially at the beginning of the season, he was really struggling. But now that they've kind of tuned the items more towards his liking, he's been able to find a lot more wins on the Rift, and we'll see if HopTech is able to use that to his advantage.
Yeah, we are loading in here. We should be able to get you guys into the action soon enough here. Oh, nope, I disconnected somehow. Oh, dear. Alright, should be good.
Right, a little bit of technical difficulty there, but I think we should be ready to get into the match. We do see the first strike coming out from Camper on duty here, though. I'd say a more interesting pickup on this Sivir, but maybe we'll be looking to go for a more like lethality focused build. Maybe something like a. I mean, I guess maybe it's just good. I don't really know, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. We see 5 members of Wongoons heading towards the mid lane, seeing if they can find a cheeky Nautilus hook and flash in. Yep, there it is. Easy, simple, and now HopTech without his summoner.
Yeah, a trade that, you know, you'd say is in favor of the support usually. Obviously does still have access to that Hex Flash, so still can take advantage of the summoner spell. Actually might even look to use it here. But I think ultimately, like, the flash will come up in time for this Yasuo, that it shouldn't cause too many issues. But definitely not going to complain about it if you're Nore.
Yeah, pretty good. And again, I just want to highlight the Riot ID change, absolute garbage. Why do we have 814? I can't believe this. This is an abomination to all that we hold dear in life. I guess the actual name would be Illy SMH, but I don't know if that's even that much better to say. So we'll see. We'll see.
Just call him Cat with Gun.
Yeah, that probably works better. But yeah, so far
He is playing the Cat. We'll have to see if he does decide.
Oh my god, he missed the spear. Okay, it's over. I think we can go ahead, wrap this one up, and call it a day.
Yeah, we'll look forward to our next matchup coming up soon here. HopTech, though, already looking to go aggressive, but Derive putting a quick stop to that.
Yep, HopTech just trying to slide forward now. Going to take constant autos back in return. Has Fleet, has Doran's shield. He's going to do the usual thing of trying to just stay afloat. And now a hop in from Derive with that level 2. And now HopTech even lower now in the bot lane. Nore able to get in there with the Aftershock, but he takes the worst end of it.
And Haxorus opting to start for that W level 1.
Flash? Oh my god. Alright, at least it's gone both ways now, but now Nore could be in trouble. He's still hit by the Glacial Augment. Cridian's a bit low. Another rocket from Pan just won't quite kill. They hit level 2 just in time. And now in top lane, it's a fist fight that Haxorus is coming out on top. Star trying to just chug those potions. He'll be okay. Now Santa's back in, taking a swing, taking him down.
Yeah, it looked bad initially for Starry, but was able to buy just enough time to get that heal to come through. And with the damage from the Explosive K... Or that's the ult, but you know what I mean. Pema Jr.
Yeah, they're trying to move forward because Nidalee is already down here. The spear goes wide again, and now Camper's low. They're going to try to kill. Now Panma's excited. Can't quite get Nori. The Aftershock resistances aren't enough. And now with the move speed, Panma's trying to get out. The spear is there, but not enough damage. Eventually, Cat with Gun gets the kill, but Yuta's here. Sightless is able to strike him down. Action all across the board.
Yeah, 3 for 2, though, in favor of Team HopTech, and the Wave also in a good spot for their bot lane. And luckily, Derive able to get that pushed out just in time, but gives HopTech a bit of an opportunity to get some farm despite getting bullied in this early part of the laning phase. A nice rotation, though, coming out of Camper on duty, able to pick up that mid lane while Derive farm the bot lane. So he will take a little bit of a poor exchange against HopTech.
Yeah, but he'll be A-okay soaking that up. We do see with Cat with Gun having those kills, he's trying to move in, looking for HopTech, just going to try to slice his way up, but Nore is in behind him. There's not a lot of routes to safety. Does dodge the spear. Sightless, not going to get tagged with the dredge line. Some good footwork. HopTech's looking for a dash over the wall, but I don't think the Nautilus is going to give it to him. Here comes Derive with the jump forward. Wind Wall will not save you, and now it's reset back in. Nore Can he find another angle on that hook? Curves it nicely around the wall. He may die for it, but I think his team is pretty happy.
Yeah, these trades are just going back and forth across the map. Everyone going down. Already 9 kills on the board at only 4 minutes into the game. It seems like we have no sign of stopping now, but now
Yeah.
HopTech looking for the play on to Derive.
Yep, does burn the wind wall after all the shots went off on him for the explosive charge. But yeah, a lot of back and forth thus far. Panama gets another wave in. Camper takes a lot of punishment trying to get back to that wave. HopTech now just trying to slide forward. There's no flash on Derive. Can he charge up for that reset? He's going to get sliced. No, he's not. Derive is A-okay down there as the wave is picked up by Camper and bot side.
Yeah, but HopTech definitely feeling much better now in this lane. Starry
Gets tagged by the spear and a massive leap forward by Cat with gun. Drunken Rage, though, as now he's going to be caught out. He's got no flash on the Nidalee. It's just constant gank after gank. Sightless trying to get in here to respond, dashing onto Hacksource. Not enough damage there from the Diana. I thought we'd get some interesting, farming where the Nidalee's trying to invade, the Diana's trying to power farm, but no, we're just out to every lane all the time.
Yeah, but slowly building up. Farm lead now is Uta on this Diana. Getting pushed back in the jungle is 8-14. Luckily does have the smite to clean that one up, and Hanma Jr. able to clear out the wave and get a reset. Got quite the farm lead himself, but Camper on duty will pick up some of this wave. The hook does come out.
No flay from Cridians, but he is fine there. It was Sork Shoes first from Sightless after picking up all those early kills, so he wants to get around the map as fast as he can. We'll see if he does make some eventual moves into the enemy jungle, try to sneak away some camps. Void Grubs have now spawned, and I mean, Starry, she's doing pretty well up in the top lane thus far in this matchup. Hacksource does have the ult advantage here, but that wave probably just going to get pushed in, and to no consequence to Starry.
Yeah, and I mean, in the last game, we did see how strong this Renekton could be, but Starry making it look quite the opposite, able to take advantage of the lower MR of Renekton now, and completely punishing him on repeat in this lane.
Yeah, I'm also curious if Starry's going for more the stacking build with the Gragas, if that's going to be a Seraphs plus Roa there on the Gragas, so a bit more bruiser-like, as Hook is there from Cridians. Camper is able to flash away, but Silas is just trying to follow. They'll force the Sivir away. Here comes 814. The spear just barely not killing him, neither does the boomerang, but Cridians is isolated. The cat is on the prowl, and she will easily take this one. Or do they donate it to Sivir? Cridians will fall in the end. Meanwhile, Derive shows up, explodes up for 1 kill, and now Panma is forced to retreat. Starry has Hacksource pretty low. Ult for ult in top lane. Body slam back in. Big grass proc, but no kill.
Yeah, I mean, fights just happening back and forth all across the map. It looked like the initial engage was going well for Big Rat, but able to turn it around was 814 just in time. And Derive making that fast rotation. It seems like he's always here before HopTech, using advantage of his range to get that push and make the rotates fast. And Starry, meanwhile, on the other side of the map, almost finding another solo kill for herself, but not quite enough damage. Hacksource was able to just limp away.
Yep, still pretty neck and neck. Neither of these plays really going too far in either direction. Grubs started up here by Sightless. I do think he has the advantage really in these brawls, even with Diana now locking in that ultimate. As HopTech going to slide on through forward, gets a decent trade before dashing back out.
Yeah, I mean, looks like pretty even still across the map. 8-4-10.
Oh, it's 1 HP!
Well, Sightless able to take the last one.
Oh, the 1 HP smite. You hate to see it. Sightless now going to ding over to level 7. Thresh even moved up here to try to make sure that those grubs went in their favor. They are able to at least get 1. As HopTech lost the Steel Tempest knockup, but he's A-okay there.
Yeah, I mean, the really standout player so far for me has been Cat with Gun on this Nidalee. But we'll see if he's able to do anything with his lead.
Bait as Sightless is up here. Hacksource able to flash away from the double ultimate. So it is the flash off the Renekton. Don't know how punishable that's really going to be. You know, just isolated against the Gragas. But hey, Starry's gotten a solo kill before. We'll see if she can get one again. It actually spots out
Hacksource is
Hacksource.
looking for something here, but no teammates nearby.
No teammates nearby. He
Might
gets
just be
canceled
down
on the
here.
dash, but he's a-okay. Hoptech has to get away. Sightless is back into the brawl, but he's got no ult. Hoptech very low, trying to dash back onto the Rive. Boneplane providing some assistance as back in the... we're just going every which way. Hoptech trying to get away from Tristana. Starry not able to find the kill. It's a there for Hacksource. And Jinx Rockets sailed wide as well. Things going a bit sideways for Big Rat.
Yeah, first the plays were all going in favor of Big Rat, but now it seems like every time it's Wangoons winning out on these fights. We did see Starry try and take advantage of that flash advantage under the turret, but got stunned up, got taken down. Meanwhile, Hoptech just able to limp away as once again we kind of chill out for a moment. No team really has a decisive lead or anything like that, but these fights are just going back and forth, it feels like, throughout the entire game.
Yeah, I am interested to see how these teams try to go around the bot lane here because... So Gragas has moved over to the mid lane just to take those waves. Yasuo has the TP, as does Hacksource. We'll see if we get any sort of brawl here for the Dragon. Right now, Derive moving in, clearing out some vision. Everything... It's going to be mostly controlled by the Wangoons, and that should be first Dragon for them.
Yeah, things are looking pretty good so far for the Wangoons. Able to pick up 2 of those grubs, able to pick up that first dragon. But still pretty close. They might look for something on this bot side here as Wanjun is just getting a little looking for this kill under the tower. We'll see if looks like they're...
Yeah, we'll see a spear sail through. Not finding anyone just yet. Sida's trying to move forward, but don't think they have too much to do here except get half of Panma's HP. That cheeky little spear. But now, Norre hooked under the tower. He does have a hook of his own to reach safety. And they're still lurking around.
Yeah, just continuing to put pressure on this bot lane. We'll see if Uda's able to make anything happen on the other side of the map. Panma Jr. looking to get some HP away from this now out of mana camp on duty.
Gonna drop the ultimate. They cancel the rocket jump. Beautifully done by Sightless. As now Hacksource dashing around the way, but we gotta dive on bot side. Box goes out, as does the depth charge. Palma able to flash away from the spear, and now it's Camper trying to take up whatever he can. He's not gonna fall. Flashing in is Sightless. He's able to find the 1-for-1. They do at least deny a big wave from Panma.
Camper on duty doing a great job to hold aggro.
Oh, we're not done.
while his
Hoptech's
team
down
is
here.
diving.
Norre trying to get away. That blade will not strike true there. So I think we're out of the action for now.
Yeah, another chance to take a breath. Somehow after all this, the gold is only 200 apart. Starry and Hacksource just constantly going back and forth in this top lane. No one really having that much of an advantage really anywhere on the map.
Oh, Silas is able to get the crab, but now he's got a flash. Get away from the big croc. It is going to be Grubs started up here by the Nidalee. Panama has moved up. Caridian's not far behind. Sightless does not have ulti. We'll see how they want to take this fight, if at all.
It's still only 3 grubs, so not quite getting those minions to spawn on the turret just yet. Looks like he might just go for a smite on this last one.
Oh, but actually Hacksource trying to make his way forward. They blow up the Diana with ease, and now Starry's trying to get away. Derive has meanwhile found Caridians. There's the hook. Do they have the flay for the knockups? But there's no last breath in time. Doesn't mean much, though. Derive is still taken down. Camper chunking away plate after plate on bot side. Now Rockets starting to fly.
Yeah, and still 1 grub left. We'll see if 814 decides that he wants to go for that. Forced the enemy team out of the jungle. Now taking the camps away.
Oh, Starry with a TP
Starry.
back. Does not have the ult. Nidalee's in the area, but it looks like the wave should just get cleared away. Hacksource trying to get that last plate. Will get it. Now going to get bunked up a bit, but he'll be a-okay.
But now it's Hoptech who's made his way up here. Will they be able to find anything? Starry's still no ult available.
Yep, Hoptech going to slide forward, finds the last part. Jinx ult doesn't do too much. Windwall there, and the depth charge able to get Hacksource to safety. No one else joining up that play.
Cambron doing a nice job on this bot side, just continuing to pressure in Pamba Jr., continuing to take down this turret.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
this
814 is
guy was
just
getting
having
caught
his
here.
way.
Oh, a
jungle.
flash ult in onto 2. The moon falls, and I'm pretty sure it hurts quite a bit. It's going to be a nice pick for Sightless.
Yeah, and Sightless kind of secretly ahead quite far in this jungle matchup, up over 40 farm. And despite all the kills that Wanjun was able to get early game, just hasn't really managed to convert that into a lead for himself, as somehow the game is still neck and neck.
Yeah,
9
only
to 9 on the kills board.
9 to 9 on the kill score. Only, I don't know, not even 100 gold. Just barely separating these two teams. Herald, though, should go in the pockets of Big Rat there. It's an interesting sort of build from Sightless. I believe this is sort of normal with the Nashers, more defensive boots, so it's not going to be a whole lot of pop behind the Moonfall, just making sure that she sets up for her team, and then from there just slicing and autoing people down.
I mean, you say there's not a lot of pop, but we saw her basically just one-shot 814 on that last play.
Yeah,
So
perfectly
who
fair.
knows? I mean,
Perfectly
it's
fair.
pretty strong right now, yeah.
I'm just thinking about like the Proto Belt Night Harvester stuff.
True.
we've usually
I mean,
seen.
very, very fair, very fair. As looks like the first turret will go to the
down.
way of Camper on duty. All the solo gold going in for himself, so he'll definitely be happy about that, as that finally breaks this even gold
Oh, but
situation.
there's
we
a
had.
hook. But the spear goes wide. I don't think that's going to mean much. Silas gets a 2-man moonfall. And now here comes the last breath. But Hoptek's evacuated thanks to the Tristana. But it's still looking good. It still looks like the Jinx is getting excited. It's 2 for 1 in favor of the Rats.
I mean, it's just fight after fight going back and forth. That time it was Hoptek arriving at the perfect time off the back of the moonfall. Starry continuing to trade with Haxors.
Oh, and now Panma
Panma's-
doesn't have mana. Chilling. Hoptek is going to walk forward. I wish he emoted. I don't know if we see emotes. I would expect something there when you're just walking at someone menacingly. But for now, Hoptek started out a bit rough. You know, blowing that flash early and mid. Wasn't taking the best of trades. Has been able to contribute pretty well to these fights, especially with the setup that Sightless has provided.
I mean, we were promised the Tony Snell scoreline for Hoptek, but so far 5 assists on the board, though 0 kills. So
Assists? Yeah.
we'll see if he's
He's
able to
looking
get
a
on the
bit
board.
more, you know, in that Therese Halliburton range. A lot of assists. Maybe more like Rondo. Halliburton's a good scorer, so more like Rajon Rondo scoreline. But now he's looking to get on the board. There's the ult combo. Hacksource is stuck. He has no flash left. He does do a lot of damage onto Hoptek, but that will be the first bucket for the Yasuo.
Oh, the hook not coming through quite in time. The spell shield used a little bit early, but unfortunately Cridians couldn't quite convert. Everyone still continuing to farm up, but
Actually, Derive jumping in because Norway is here. Starry is going to be caught out. Jump after jump for Derive, and he will be gifting himself for Christmas
TP
a nice Santa
under
kill.
the turret, though, at the same time, Hoptek has arrived. Meanwhile, Cridians fighting with Wanjun.
Yeah, Caridian's getting out to safety. We'll see if the Nilly wants to chase on in through the box. Not going to do so.
So ultimately, just the 1 for 0 there. Starry did go down with 2 turrets to their name. The Wangoons have found a bit of a lead.
Oh, the cancel is back! Oh, Derive can't slink away fast enough. And now Nore is going to get sliced and diced and double killed. Panma, he's getting some vengeance, and with the last of his HP, he doesn't care that Sivir took that entire tower. He doesn't care that Sivir's up like 10k, 1k gold. Gets a solo kill in mid.
And I'd love to see the gold graph for this game. It's just going to be like irking up a little bit each time, but still just staying very, very even. Every fight, it seems like, goes in favor of a different member. Hoptek looking for some damage on to 814, not really able to find anything. We'll see if Uta is able to just claim that turret, so that'll be the first turret going over to the Rats.
Yeah, I mean, it was a short drive there for Sightless, for Yuta, but, you know, we've seen Herald do stupid things, so, you know, big success just driving it into that tower.
Yeah, avoided doing the faker, so you take that at least.
Didn't get Poppy W'd off the Herald. Did not cost his team the entire game. But yeah, now we're starting to see a bit of a gold lead there for the Rats. And we talked about the Nidalee, we talked about the Renekton. It hasn't quite gotten off the ground, at least for the Crocodile in the top lane.
Yeah, despite all the fighting back and forth, both top laners kind of struggling to really get themselves ahead. Meanwhile, though, Panma Jr. now 5 kills to his name on this hyper-scaling Jinx. We'll still see how he looks heading into the later stages of this game.
Yeah, I mean, the rapid fire does mean a bit less DPS than the traditional IE build, but does just let him try to contribute from far away, snipe away a kill for some excitement, try to get the ball rolling in his team's favor, because that's really what this comp is designed to do. It's come at you with the engage, come at you with the Gragas, with the Diana, with the Yasuo, and then get one reset in for Panma and let him take over.
And while Starry has gone for this heavy mana build with the Rod of Ages.
Oh, Critians finds a flash hook onto Camper on duty. The Sivir's now trapped in the box. Can Panma finish him off? The help of Starry will be enough, and now Hacksource teleports into a casket as Panma puts him in the dirt.
Yeah, Hacksource going for this Craigslist build had 4 components before he finished a single item, not really able to make anything happen in that team fight, and going over to Baron are the Rats.
Yeah, I mean, Craigslist, Renekton versus Amazon, Jeff Bezos, Gragas with 2 items that weren't even fully stacked, but Baron is on the cards after those picks. See if they're able to get out. Whatever. Actually, Yuna goes in! The moon falls! And so will the goons. Nore is able to flash away. I think they hoped for a bit more, but you will definitely take 2 kills off the back of that.
Yeah, that will allow them to transition probably into this dragon. Still did get that Baron buff. Now a 4k gold lead for the Rats, and they'll definitely be feeling good heading in towards the rest of this game. Panma Jr. only getting stronger and stronger. Uta seems like every fight able to find a crucial engage, and Hoptech just following up whenever his team needs him.
Yeah, Yuna has definitely been just setting up his team for success, making it easy for his carries to play these out. It's been really, really nice performance from him today. And we'll see if they can close it out now that they've gotten themselves a nice little gold lead. There is going to be Dragon on the Rift right about now. Hacksource with no TP means that I think it is going to be conceded by Wongoons.
Yeah, and Wongoons are really going to want to try and make something happen before Panma Jr. can finish it off his IE here. Because once he gets his IE, there's really just going to be no going back. But at least for maybe the next little bit, Camper on duty, about as strong as this Jinx. So we'll see if they're able to take advantage of this window and find anything. You know what, A14 maybe a bit far forward here.
Yeah, he's exhausted.
Yeah,
he's exhausted up and pulled right back onto the traps. Panma able to get away from Sphere. Hacksource trying to flash in, save his jungler, but he does not do much. Now Panma, though, might be caught out. Has to flash away. His Derive has arrived onto the scene, but he is in a rough spot. The Swimming Deathmark cannot quite take him down, so Critians will hit him with the Flay. Now Yuta on the back line trying to get something done, but the Locket coming out, keeping everyone safe and sound. Here comes Camper trying to throw out these boomerangs, keeping everyone alive, but here come the shots from Panma. It's time to get excited. It's time for Arcane Season 2, as Panma Jr. is dominating.
That whole time, Starry was just in the bot lane. That was a true 4v5. 814 did get picked off a little bit early, but even despite having 5 members on that top side of the map, it was the Rats able to come out on top, and this should be at least 2 inhibs going their way.
Yeah. You know, the Wongoons tried to call some kind of engage up there, tried to get up there to defend their jungler, but it was not gonna happen. We now just get Jinx further accelerated towards that Infinity Edge. We'll see how much damage Panma can crank out as Hacksource is going to find a lone Yasuo roaming through the jungle. Gets the stun. Panma's here to cover, though. There's the knockups, and it's a godlike Jinx.
Yeah, Hacksource looking for something, but there just really was no angle. Like, Hoptech a little bit low, but I'm not even convinced that Hoptech loses that 1v1. I feel like that was kind of just a prayer. I mean, he doesn't even have his second item yet on this Renekton, and he's only putting himself further and further behind.
Oh no, Derive does get the jump through, it looked like, but meanwhile in mid lane, I don't know where this Nautilus is going. I don't know what we were looking for here. Starry gets another solo kill onto the enemy mid laner, and it is all coming up Rat.
Yeah, the Rats are just dominating every fight. It seems like it doesn't matter how many members. If it's a 1v1, they win. If it's a 4v5, they win. 2v1 against the Nautilus, they still win. It's just, it doesn't matter what happens. They're always taking these fights home. And now, with that inhib pushed out, with some more objectives coming up in a couple minutes, I think the Rats are going to want to start putting their foot down and bringing this game to a close.
Yeah, the double marksman for Wongun's not quite paying off. We saw Camper get a lot of uptime in that last fight, but not quite doing enough to put his team in a good spot. Tristana still looking for that third item. Sightless still trying to find, or not Sightless, Cat with Gun still trying to find a way over that wall after that failed pounce. It's not looking too great.
Yeah, crucially though, Camper does have 3 items now on the Sivir, starting to get towards that 4th. If he can get strong enough, maybe with enough lockdown, he can carry the fight. It seems like Starry has no problem winning against Hacksource at this point of the game. He's now 2 levels down.
Yeah, I mean, you draft for the Nidalee, you draft for the Renekton, but it was just feels like it was completely neutralized. So much attention was put to the bot lane early, and Gragas got his sea legs under him, and he was A-okay in that matchup now with a 2-level lead.
Yeah, and Uta doing a very good job against this Nidalee despite how strong she got in the early game. Has managed to find so many perfect engages. Dodging out on the spear there. They are going to start pushing in towards this base. Starry looking for an angle.
So I'm going to look. They got Nore in their sights. He's hit by the death sentence. It's a long way home. He gets a 3-man knockup, but no one's there to follow up. Now flash in from Grenades finds the Cougar on the line. A double for Panma. They want to go forward for more. The Zap won't find Hacksource. It's just the double ADs and the Crocodile, but a flash in from Story! And it'll be Wongun seeing stars after this one. They will all fall in the base. It's an ace. And I think Big Rat's in a pretty good place.
Big Rat, not wanting to go down 0-2 in this tournament, managed to find a win against the Wongoons. Hoptech taking the edge in the matchup against his nemesis in Derive, and they will find themselves now 1-1 in the tournament.
Yeah, big stuff there from Big Rat. That does mean, of course, that the Wongoons are now down to 0-2, essentially. Not the start they want to see. They need to come out swinging in these next 3 games if they want to last past this week.
Absolutely. I mean, just what a performance from all the members. Pama Jr., despite being one of the later picks in the tournament, proving that he can hold toe-to-toe with any of the other players. Hoptech looking really good on the Yasuo, but I really want to call out Uda for this one. I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, Uda's the 100% MVP. Finding an engage, it felt every single time he was needed, and just really, really well played.
Yep.
By the jungler on that one.
We do have the Yasuo Diana extraordinaires here in the call with us. How you guys feeling after that match?
Felt pretty good. We had the funny combo and got to use it many times.
That's great to hear.
I'm better. Yeah, I'm better. If you better re-edit that video. I'm not in a 0-1 trick.
Nope.
They banned Nazir. They banned Nazir despite it being a DRT champ.
They sure did ban Nazir. They sure did.
Hey.
Wait, so was this Wombo combo in the works the whole time? Did you always know this is what you were going for, or was it more of a response to what you saw coming out from the enemy team?
It was more of a response. We picked Gragas into Renekton, and then the comment of late, "Don't you still play Diana?" came up. I was like, "Yep." He was like, "Okay, we can do Diana Yasuo." Hey.
Yep, that's what happened.
Yeah,
that game was super easy for me. My all 3 lanes were. I don't even know what was happening in other lanes, but my Pammo was just running Camper's pockets. Top laner, I don't even know how Renekton loses that matchup, but he did somehow. Yeah, that's all she wrote. My job was really easy. All I had to do was press R.
Yep.
And that you did. So heading into the later part of the day, are you think you guys are gonna manage to pull yourself ahead in this tournament? You think you're gonna be the top seed from your group? How are you looking forward to some of the matchups you got coming up?
Honestly, I think we've been doing really good. First game was a little bit rough, but we were playing early game really well, and I think that's what matters. Mostly, we got just a little bit unfortunate timing on the first game, but second game we felt really good,
Mhm.
and hope to keep up the performance into the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah, first seed for sure. First seed for sure.
Yep. Good to see the confidence coming out from you guys. A fun composition that we very much appreciate here on the caster desk. So we'll let you guys get back to whatever VOD review you're up to and wish you guys best of luck.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And with that, we do have 2 more matches left for the day. We will see you guys on the other side of a break for game 4.